While most artists go to great lengths to make certain that their artwork will stand the test of time, there are actually some that embrace brevity. Andrew Goldsworthy is one such artist. Exploring themes of time and place, what is man-made and what is natural, Goldsworthy's toolbox includes leaves, twigs, ice, stones, and trees. He creates a human connection by arranging natural elements together, then takes photos of the art he creates. Next, he steps back and allows nature to continue the work, and nature always provides change. Some scientists are drawn to nature's changes as well. A geomorphologist studies the way that the earth is constantly being formed by the effects of wind, water, ice, and fire. So to gain an understanding of Andrew Goldsworthy's ideas and experiment in geomorphology, I'm going to show you how to make a mosaic that combines manufactured art supplies with things that nature has created. This is an image of a pebble mosaic that I created, and here is that same mosaic after it was placed outdoors in the garden for 30 days. Now, the first thing you notice that is missing is the color. Ultraviolet light from the sun breaks down the chemistry of the paint and destroys the color. It's been assisted by rainfall, which has also helped the chipboard base to decompose. Microorganisms in the soil feed on the cardboard, and eventually, if I continued to leave this mosaic in the garden, the man-made elements would become part of the soil, and all that would be left was the stones. This is not something I usually do with my art, but I have to admit, the scientist in me is intrigued. Starting with the base for the mosaic, choose one that suits your goal. Now, my garden piece had a cardboard base because I wanted to see nature's work take place quickly. These pieces, however, are ones that I want to keep around for a little longer, so they're created on canvas panels. For the natural elements, I have some river rocks, shells, twigs, and I also brought some sand. The man-made items I need are glue and liquid watercolor. I'm going to place everything on a tray so that the sand and rocks are contained and my workspace stays tidy. Working a section at a time, so it doesn't dry too quickly, I apply a generous amount of glue to the panel. And now I'm going to arrange my stones. Now, you notice it doesn't have to be a solid area of glue. Those drips, drizzles, and squiggles actually make it quite interesting. I also like to leave a little bit of the background uncovered so that there are areas of negative space for the paint to flow into. So while the glue is still wet, pour white sand over the entire piece so that all the spaces in between are covered. Then set it aside and allow it to dry overnight. Here's an example that is dried, and you might notice that the glue flattens as it dries. So what appeared to be a really thick area is now flat. Turn the piece over and shake any excess sand off. Next, using a paintbrush, or you could use a pipette or an eyedropper tool of some sort, apply the colorful liquid water in the spaces in between, and you can go right over the stones as well too. It also helps to spritz it, and look how quickly the watercolor flows through the sand and blends when you do that. All those little grains connected to one another are just sharing that watercolor. You can use a little bit of glitter, a little bit of glitter glue perhaps, to give it some sparkle if you'd like. I'm using some metallic paint here because I just like the contrast that gives you with the man-made versus the natural materials. Okay, this looks very saturated and shiny now, but as the color continues to absorb into the sand, it will become less saturated and take on more of a matte finish, much like mosaic grout does. Nature is in a constant state of change, movement, decay, and growth. If you would like to observe these changes in your own geomorphic work, or simply enjoy including nature in a colorful mosaic, we have the man-made elements that you need. Visit us at dickblick.com.